I got some questions that they may want. Just how do you guys match up against their defense?
I think it's going to be an incredible game. I think that they're extremely talented, athletic football team. They've proven to make big plays all throughout the season. They're a battle-tested football team, just like we are. So it's going to be fun environment going into it. We're both teams that have a lot to prove. So it's going to be quite the night on Saturday night.
Have you seen a picture at all what it looks like at Chase Field? Are you excited for that? Is that going to be pretty cool for you?
You know, I used to play baseball, and I used to appreciate the grass on a baseball field, so I know that those people take good care of it. So I haven't seen an entire picture, but I saw a nice picture of the grass. It looked nice and level, and should be a fun environment.
Do you guys have any New Year's Eve plans tonight as a team? You guys trying to stay out of trouble?
You know, I don't want to. I figured I'd end people's. I want to end people's 2015 the wrong way of playing them in ping pong, so I'm not going to do that anymore. But no, I think it's just going to be us together. This is going to be one last, I guess you can say, holiday for a 2015 team to celebrate. No better way to celebrate it with your boys that you've been with through the entire season.
Yeah, what's it like? Just the attitude around all the seniors, everybody just kind of having their last game here.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of get to that weird point where you always talk about oh, it's our last game, and now it's kind of like it's last couple of days here is gonna be our last practice ever. As Sun Devils in helmets and whatnot, so it's I think we're ready to go. We're gonna be fired up. It's gonna be a nice event on Saturday night.
Appreciate it. So, Mike, you mentioned ping pong. I heard it was a rough week for Mike as far as ping pong and pool, huh?
I don't know what DJ Foster's saying over there. Attracting a big crowd over there telling lies. I never heard the kid lie my entire life until now. But like I said, I think I'm 22-1 with a game in the dark. But I think if you got I should have posted my victims on Twitter or something like that, because it's been ugly for a football team this year.
For facing a 3-3-5 defense, is a lot of similarities between them and Arizona, and they'll help you prepare for the ball game?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, playing in the Pac-12, you see enough defenses as it is after 12 weeks. But, we have played, stacked defenses like them, and we have stuff on film. We have experience in it. When you got an offensive line that's intelligent, led by guys like Nick Kelly, it's just a new challenge that's presented to us, but it's not something that we haven't dealt with before. But I think they do a lot of good things. They've got a lot of talent. They've got a lot of athleticism. So it's going to be a really fun night, just competing one last time.
Obviously it's been a rough season, but the last two games, do you really feel the offense has hit its strides? Scoring 42 points per game, having well over 500 yards of offense. Do you feel that, I guess better late than never, but this offense is really playing at a high level?
Absolutely. I think when you're running the football, everything helps. And you got guys like DeMario and Kalen kind of at full speed. It really helps as a quarterback, as an offense, as offensive line, as a coaching staff. That kind of makes everything else go. But I think that we are hitting a stride right now. We've had a really good bowl preparation. We've got guys playing we probably practice harder than anybody in the entire country. That's kind of the motto that we feel right now. So we're going to be geared up and ready to go for Saturday night, and it's going to be fun to compete one last time.
When I talked to Coach Thompson, about the offense doing so well the last two games, he kept on repeating one name time after time, Devin Lucien. He said that deep threat finally being part of the offense makes everything else easier.
Yeah, Devin, he's one of a kind. I've never met anybody like him. I've never met anybody that wishes it was game day every single day. That's just kind of his approach to football, and it's really exciting to have a guy like that, especially coming on late. He's really emerged these last couple of games. He's been a true threat, and he's probably the most excited guy for Saturday night. I can assure you that.
Like you said before the season, when you first came, that you guys had always wanted the opportunity to play together with Devin, and then just a year later, how's that experience been?
Yeah, it's been incredible. He's a special guy. Just the relationship that I've had with him over these last couple of months, it's been pretty special to see how he's developed and I've developed, and later part of the season we started getting that connection going, and just late night texting him, just motivational stuff, and how motivated he is to help this football team. He obviously came here for a specific reason, and that to get the ball. But now you see him in a position where he's joking around with teammates. He's one of the guys now. He truly is a Sun Devil, and he's just been an incredible blessing for this football team.
I'm sure you've already answered this question a million times by now, so I apologize for asking it again. But can you just give me your high-level impressions of all three phases of West Virginia, but with some emphasis on the defense?
Yeah, West Virginia. I mean, they're a battle-tested football team just like us. They're sitting in a position where they want to win just like we do. They're a very athletic football team, very talented. They're opportunistic football team. They've turned ball. They've created turnovers all season long. But for us specifically, we have to focus on all those things that they do well. Not turning the football over, getting first downs, moving the chains. So it's gonna be exciting night just because we know we're up against such a great opponent and we wouldn't want it any other way.
Is there one particular guy on their defense who has really stood out to you on film?
Not necessarily. I think that they do play together. I think that's the best thing you can say about a defense is that there's not just one guy making plays. Everybody is. So we know what we're up against. We've prepared for feels like an entire season long against them. So we're ready to compete.
Of course, final game is the Sun Devil. That's you're like the consummate Sun Devil, honestly. So what kind of emotions have been going through your mind this week and on Saturday?
It's like I said before. It's kind of that time where we've talked about it for so long. Oh, can you imagine when it's our last game? But now that it's finally here, it's getting down to it. It's fun. I mean, you just start kind of cherishing the little things. You start cherishing the walk before. You start cherishing pregame preparation. You almost start cherishing practice even when you're tired. So it's gonna be awesome just being in front of a home crowd and just kind of walking out as captains one more time, seeing that offensive line spread on the field one more time, just scoring touchdowns. I mean, you play all those things in your head all night long about what your last game is going to feel like. So we're hoping to put it out on the field actually.
Will you have family, friends, etc. in the crowd?
Yeah. Man, it's like a daily. All right, we need this person's coming. This person's coming. So I mean, it's incredible to know that there's so many family and supporters that come to these football games ever since I've probably been 5 years old. It hasn't changed since then. But when you have a coach like Coach Graham who kind of stresses the importance of like family, sacrifice, service, those types of things start to become real when you're sitting in a position where you see how many people the people that you play for are going to be sitting in the stands now or the bleachers now. So it's going to be a fun event.
Is there a moment?
Thank you very much.
Is there a moment or two where you guys had to sort of get over the fact that you weren't going anywhere for a bowl game, that you had to start realizing, well, you get to stay here, you get the family, you get the friends, but you weren't taking a trip somewhere? Was there a day or an hour where you had to process that?
I can't say there's one specific moment, but I mean, a lot of these guys have been to a lot of bowl games. I've been to Vegas, San Francisco, Holiday Bowl, El Paso Bowl. I mean, there's been a lot of great events that we've been to, but it was pretty special to know that we're all going to stay here. I mean, I don't think guys were really. Sometimes we travel so much during the year that it's super nice to just stay home and just be at such a great hotel up in Chandler, and. I think the biggest thing is just being with each other, and I think that's what makes a bowl is that you have a group of guys who care about each other, love each other, know how to have fun in a game room, 4 walls, and get competitive. So it's been a great experience.